So how often should you follow up with the lead? I get these questions all the time, and I'm going to just give you some quick answers so that we don't make it complicated and you can make sure that you follow up with leads and get that conversion that we want. Okay? So when we're thinking about this, let's break it down into 3 or 4 easy ways to think about it. I'm Kim Barber with Kim Barber Group and eXp Realty, and I've helped thousands of owners and agents with real estate since 2004. First of all, we're going to structure our leads and calls with them based on where they are in the life cycle. So for example, if they're a new lead, if they're a prospect, if they're in the stage of thinking about buying or selling, or if they're just somebody that we know we want to keep in touch with. So how often you should follow up with them depends on where they are in the life cycle. So let me just give you some quick and dirty answers. And before we do that, if you like this information, please do me a favor and give me the thumbs up. It's free and it lets YouTube know that I'm giving you quality information, and so that I can get more and you can get your notifications. As well, if you like this, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comment below, and in the video description, there are some fun things to some guides and upcoming training, so check out those links. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let's break it down again into those 4 different phases that will dictate how often you should get a hold of them. So let's start with the easiest one. If it's somebody that you actually know, that I call my sphere, that I know, like, and trust, they like, trust, and know me, I like to call them every 75 days. Now, there can be interaction in between with the existence of social media, but at least every 75 days. You might hear every 90. I just figure with the existence of social media, it's a little bit easier to stay in touch with them. So that's at minimum what you want to do. This does not include emails and such like that. This is good old-fashioned phone calls and genuine contact. So the next one that is pretty easy to understand is when what I call they're in the prospect phase. So this is somebody that's not a new lead anymore because we've had a conversation, yet they are not really thinking about buying and selling in the next, 2 years or sooner. And yet I don't really know them, so they don't qualify as my sphere. So I call them the prospect. And the prospect, I believe it's best to pick up the phone and call them every 90 days. Okay? Super simple. Now, the third one and the most exciting one is those that have told you that they plan to buy and sell in the next 24 months or sooner. So as an experienced agent, you need to think about how soon are they really wanting to buy and sell. And as they get closer to pulling the trigger, and you wanting to really get in front of them, is going to dictate how soon you get a hold of them and how often you want to keep talking to them, to be honest with you. So if somebody is, 24 months out, maybe, stick with that kind of prospect phase where you're contacting them, like every 3 months. And as they get closer, you're going to want to accelerate that follow-up call. Okay? Now, there's entire campaigns about this. And again, if you'd like more information, there's some links down to the trainings. And so let's jump into the 4th one, which is a new lead. So a new lead is in fact the first contact, should be within about 5 minutes or sooner. You'll hear different things to say within 30 seconds. I kind of feel like it does need to be within 5 minutes, but you don't necessarily need to be in 30 seconds. You'll hear different information about that, but I do agree that it needs to be 5 minutes or sooner. Then, quite honestly, keep trying every day until you reach them, until about day 5. And then after day 5, maybe spread it out to every 3 days. And then as you get to be about 3 weeks and you haven't reached them, try once a week. Then once it gets to be about 2 months, then you can start spreading it out. Then you kind of just want to keep trying, every month until you actually reach them, find out if they plan to buy and sell, or if they're not really, but it's okay to keep in touch. So that's a quick and dirty about the frequency to call people and follow up with them on the phone calls. These are all phone calls. And then if you'd like more information about other follow-up sequences, again, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and you'll be getting great videos every week so I can help ambitious agents like yourself with your success.